when we had the 5 for 5, we know what a lot of people came in, right? We know a lot of people joined the organization. We have some of those people on the call right now. A lot of people joined, but however, Tuesday's night call was still kind of low. Okay, Tuesday's night call was still kind of low. So we the things that we must do, and we must do consistently. Stay in phase one, prospecting, recruiting, but knowing how to invite. Okay, knowing how to invite. So let me share my screen right quick, please. Can everybody see that?
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Everybody can see that. All right. All right. Okay. So, we want to talk about inviting. We want to talk about inviting. And inviting is an art. Okay. Doing it correctly. Inviting is an art. All right. So this is the art of professional inviting. So one of the things, there are 8 steps to professional in a professional invitation. There are 8 steps to a professional invitation. Now, one of them, here they are. If you need to get your pen and pencil real quick, or pen and paper, pen and pad, you want to do this. There are 8 steps to a professional invitation. Right? Want to be in a hurry. We've heard that before, right? We've heard this before. Be in a hurry. Compliment the prospect. Make the invitation. If I would you. If I would you. And then you want to confirm. You want to get them to nodding, right? You want to get them to nodding in the affirmative and agreeing, confirming. So there's 3 confirmations that we make. Okay, 3 confirmations: get the commitment, confirm the commitment, schedule the next exposure. And we know what, and no matter what the interaction is, we always want to do what? Bam fam. Bam fam. For those that don't know, bam fam is book a meeting from a meeting. Book a meeting from a meeting. So you always want to schedule the next exposure. And the exposure can be a meeting, a 2-on-1. It could be a presentation. It could be a video, even could be your website, taking them through, the website. And then you want to get off the phone. Okay. Be in a hurry, compliment the prospect, make the invitation. If I would you, first confirmation, get the commitment. Second confirmation, confirm the commitment. And then third, schedule the next exposure and get off the phone. Be in a hurry. People are attracted to the non-needy. Remember, we don't want to make anybody think or feel like we need them more than they need us, right? That this is, sometimes we say, now, if we had the cure for cancer, if you had the cure for cancer, or if everybody was in need of oxygen and you had what? You had, the endless supply of oxygen. They need you. They need you. You don't want anybody, that you're prospecting to feel like, that you need them more than they need you. And then you what? You want to do shorter invitations. You want to be able to do this thing. You want to be able to know and do the presentation on the fly. Not always depending on the slides, but know enough of it. You want to be on, on this Novetica sheet of music as though you wrote it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If that makes sense, put a 5 in the chat. If that makes sense, you want to know the presentation so much that you can do the presentation within minutes, right? Within minutes, and then questions. Okay. Now here's the thing. So if you're in a hurry, right? If you're in a hurry, then you're not dealing with their questions, because if you deal with their questions, then what? Then they're in control. And you don't want, you want to be in control of the interaction. If you're dealing with their questions, right, then what's going on is that they're in control, right? And then there's less resistance. Why? Because you're not dealing with the questions, because you're not in front of them very long. Then you're not dealing with the resistance or what could be called an objection. You're not dealing with it right now. You're in a hurry. You're professional. You have things going on. That's the perception that you want. You're in business. And because you're in business and business is rocking and rolling, then you're in a hurry. And then people respect you and your time. You let them know that you're in a hurry. It's like something that you've never seen before. Really, it's visual, okay? It's visuals like, you don't have to get to preview, but the preview is just what? Preview is just setting you up for the movie, okay? So you want to be in a hurry. You want to be in a hurry, right? So some examples of being in a hurry, for your hot market, your warm market, your hot market, your warm market are people that you know, right? And we say, these are the people that you have on your 100 persons list. These are people that are your practice, right? Your warm market, your hot market are people that's your practice. That's your practice list. Okay. Now, once you write this list is no longer static. It's not static. It is dynamic. It means it's moving. It's always what? It's always growing. So, you say, I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught up with you. Right. I don't have a lot of time to talk, but, it was really important that I reached out to you. Do you have a minute? Do you have a minute? Okay. Do you have a minute? Not, do you have 20, 30 minutes an hour? No, do you have a minute? You're in a hurry. I was running into a meeting, but needed to talk to you real quick. But these are people that you reached out to. Hey, Joe, right? I was running into a meeting, but I needed to talk to you real quick. Do you have a minute? Right? Hey, Susan, I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I was able to catch up with you. This is your warm market, your hot market. These are people that are familiar with you. Okay. These are people that basically, you have some influence with. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Right. If that makes sense, then, put another 5 in the chat. Thank you, Ms. Griffith. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Again, these are the people that are on your 100 persons list. These are the people, right, that, like I said, you have some influence. These are people that you're going to practice on. I mean, they're not like practice dummies, because you can get some people out of it. You can get some recruits out of that, right? But these are people that are setting you up for this next list or this next market, which is your cold market, right? See, there's going to be more people that you don't know that join your business than people you do know, right? There's more people that you don't know, that are going to join your business, that are going to support you than the people that you know. Okay. So your warm market or your warm list are, just setting you up for this list right here that this market right here, which is your cold market. This is your what? Profit. So if the warm market is your practice, then your cold market is your profit. Make sense? So he said, now isn't the time to get into this, and I have to go, but, I have to run, but. Okay. Remember, as Dr. London's talking about his encounter, he's driving along in his car, exotic car, right? As a 20-some-odd-year-old, and this guy stops and say, hey, young man, that's a real nice car you got, right? You mind me asking you, what it is you do for a living? That was a cold market. That was a cold call. That was a cold interaction. Okay. But think about it. That guy that stopped Dr. London didn't have any idea who Dr. London was. But he didn't pre-qualify, he did whatever. He went on and approached him, right, with the invitation. And we all know who Dr. London is, right? Okay, great. So, then here's the thing. Here's the concept that you want to remember in being here. You are busy, right? You have a lot going on. You are excited because you want to bring your 3 best friends. You want to be enthusiastic, you want to be excited, you want to be confident. And your time is short. Time is truly money. Okay? Time is truly money. And people respect that. When people, you have the perception this person has a lot going on, that this person is busy, that this person is a business person, you respect that time. Right? You respect that time. Now you want to do it. Now you want to compliment the prospect. And we don't want you to be fake and phony, right? And I think as Mr. Van Gogh talks about, you don't want to say, those are some great looking shoes and the shoes are running over. Okay, right? They're all scuffed up, beat up, whatever. You don't want to say, hey, hey man, that's a great purse. And how it's supposed to be leather, but it's not leather because the handle has that little worn out frizzy look, right? You don't want You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. See, this is critical. Something that a lot of people miss out on, in this process is complimenting. And here's the thing. We're in an industry. We're in the industry that is easy to do, especially if we're approaching a pet parent. That's easy to do. That's easy to do, right? Oh, man, that's a great looking dog, man. You mind, they ask you what the breed is. Oh, that's a great looking dog. What's his or her name? That's a great looking dog. What do you feed it? That's a great looking dog, all right? And it opens the door to communication. Why? Because it breaks down the wall. It breaks down that wall of resistance when you give them a compliment. It breaks down that wall of resistance. People walk around with a wall, right? Most times, they're walking around, they don't know you, they have this wall, but this helps to break down the wall, right? It's an icebreaker, and it builds instant rapport, right? Because people like to talk about, people like compliments. People like to be told that they look good, smell good, that whatever. They like that. It's, pet parents love it when you talk about their fur babies. They love it. I remember back in the day, I used to watch these movies and they had these dinner parties, black and white stuff. I love the classic movies, right? And they would have these dinner parties where it looked so boring to me, because they're just sitting around talking. But what I didn't understand was these people are conducting business. These are those old movies where the men would be together and the women would be off somewhere else and they're talking, but then they start talking about their children, and the guy pulls out his wallet and then all these little things fall out of the pictures. He start talking about each and every one of them, right? Right. People love that. People like to talk about their children. It will double your results. Right? It will get you in the door, and it will double your results, because this is their first interaction with you, and you led off with a compliment, right? Compliment. Here's some examples. For your hot, remember your hot and warm market, the people right? For me, with my extremely hot market, a compliment is an insult. Okay, we start off with insults. I'm not saying that's what you do, but it's just like me and my family. My hot market people that know me, we just start off, with an insult, ragging one another, right? Because in some relationships, if I don't, they'll think that something's wrong with me. Okay, but here's some things. You've always been so supportive of me, and I really appreciate that so much. Now, I really honor your opinion. You've been in business for X amount of years, and your business. I would love to get your opinion on something. You have an amazing mind for business. I can see, and can see things that other people don't see. Do you mind if you take a look at something that I'm getting involved with? Give me your opinion. Okay, people like that. Those kind of compliments, especially people that people you have rapport with already, people that kind of look up to, especially, right? And if your cold market, you've given me some of the best services. If these are people that you've gone into, people that that come in and they do services for you, or you go in to take your car to get service, or they have provided some service with you, but you've never had really any interaction with them. Outside of what they do and what they provided for you, you just go in, you compliment them. Or you see somebody, hey, you're super short. Do what do you do for a living? Remember Dr. London? That's a nice car that you have. You mind me asking what you do for a living? Okay. All right. The other thing, here's the concept you want to remember. Bear this in mind. It must be sincere. Remember the example of the compliment of the shoes and they're running over? It has to be sincere. People will sniff you out if you're fake and phony. People will sniff you out. You know it. When people are like, pushing you on, they tell you something, those are great, whatever, you already know, right? You already know, man, this person is lying, through their teeth, right? You want to find something good about the person. If you can't, if you can't find, you're probably not talking to the right person. If you can't find something good to say, right? Now I remember back in the day, Grandma used to say, if you can't find something nice to say about a person, Mr. Henderson, let me hold on. Right? If you can't find something good to say about a person, then you probably shouldn't say anything, right? Right? And professionals do this, they do it all the time. Professionals, hey, what's up, winner? That's a compliment. Hey, what's going up? Hey, what's up, superstar? Oh my goodness. They do it all the time. It's part of what they do. That's part of what professionals do. And you all are professional pet consultants. You're professional pet consultants, right? Try compliment it straight. Just go out, right? Go out, things, restrictions are going down or whatever. Go out and just try it. Go out and just try it, right? Try and compliment it straight. It'll also help you build your confidence, all right? It'll help you to do what? Feed one of those 3 best friends, okay? See, the thing that grows is the thing that you feed, right? The thing that grows is the thing that you feed. So it could be an attitude, it could be whatever. So we know these 3 best friends. You have to utilize them. You have to feed them in order for them to grow, right? And here's the thing: nobody hates a compliment. Okay, nobody hates a compliment.
Oh.
No, you want to make the invitation. Remember, you want to make the invitation. There's 3 ways to do it: the direct approach, the indirect approach, and the super indirect approach. Okay, right? Oh, that reminds me. That's like you have your subconscious, your unconscious, and your superconscious. I'll talk about that one day. You have right. You have your subconscious, your conscious, and your superconscious. I'll talk about that one day because that's important when it comes to mindset. But here, the direct approach, the indirect approach, and the super indirect approach. The direct approach. Okay. Hey, I have an opportunity, and I know this is going to work for you. Right? Hey, I've been introduced to this opportunity, because here's some you have to know this person, right? You have to know something about this person. The co-worker in the cubicle next to you talking about they're always, struggling, or they're looking for opportunity or something like that. Hey, I have an opportunity and I know this is going to work for you. Now I need your help and guidance and support. These people that you look up to, these people that have some influence over you. Okay, people that are more experienced than you. Okay, hey, I need your help. I need your guidance. I need your support. Okay, I need your help. I need your opinion. Could you share your opinion with me? Right now, when you told me here's that one again about that person that you've heard and they've talked. You've had a conversation about their issue. You had a conversation about their issue. See, here's the thing. To be successful in business is about doing what? Solving problems, addressing issues, coming up with solutions, problem solving. That's success in business. When you told me about your issue, were you serious or were you just kidding around? Right? When you told me that you were, looking for an opportunity to make some more money, were you serious or were you just kidding around? Okay. When you told me about your situation, and you really, really needed, some money, some way to create some income, were you serious or were you just kidding around? I think I found a way for you to solve that problem, whatever that problem is, or I think I found a way to make that happen for you. Right? Hey, you already, instantaneously somebody that you want to go in business with, you want them to, you've talked about it, whatever. I know I grew up, with one of my best friends. We always talked about open up Club 9000. I have no idea to this day why we were going to name it Club 9000, but, we were thinking about going into business together. See, I think I found a way for us, that could really boost, our cash flow. I think, that I found a way for us, or we can really do this. I believe we can really do this. I have full confidence we can really do this. I found a way that we can really, bring in some extra income. Okay, direct approach. when I thought of people who could make an absolute fortune with this business, that I found, I thought of you. Let me ask you a question. Off the record, of course. If there was a business that you could start working part-time, from your home or from your phone that could replace your current income. Now, I'm not saying it's get rich quick. I'm not saying it's get rich quick, but with the work, and I know your work ethic, right? Would you be interested in finding out more? Would you be interested in information? The information is always free, right? Have you ever thought about diversifying your income? Right? Now, if they're getting income and it's linear, from one source, and you give them another source, that's diversifying their income because it's a different source. Okay, right? Have you ever thought about diversifying your income? Do you keep your career options open? Now, and I know, I used to say you keep your business options open, but because and Mr. Brown has talked about this, that people really, there used to be a time where the United States was full of entrepreneurs, people who came to be in business, people who came in to make a way for themselves, right? When the United States was truly the land of opportunity. Because see, nobody came across the ocean. Nobody climbed mountains. Nobody went, through the West, and to go work for somebody else. That's not why they came here. Okay. So, but now I say, because of what has happened with the education system that teaches us how to work for somebody else, people, right, it's easier for them to wrap their mind around the concept of what? Of a career, a job, working for, working. So they can't, it's not easy anymore for them to get the concept of working for themselves. Okay. So do you keep your career options open? Why? Because we have an opportunity for people to be independent contractors, right? We have that's what people driving for Uber, they're independent contractors. So people, this is a gig society and people understand that. So do you keep your career options open? Do you plan on, doing what you are doing for now, that you're doing now for the rest of your career or the rest of your life? Is this what you, went to college for? Really, truly? Right? Do you have any plans to do anything different? Would you like to do anything different in the future? Right? It's all, that basic concept. Okay. So the indirect approach. I've just started a new business, right? And I'm really nervous, man, because I've never been in business before. Before I get going, I need to practice, on someone friendly. I need to practice my approach. I need to practice, my presentation. Would you mind if I practice with you or on you? I mean, I need to change that and I read about it. I need to do it with you, right? Now, this is, this is best again to do what? Those people, that's your warm list, your family, right? And I can say, hey, look, hey, bro, I just started this business. You've heard me talking about it. And I just started. But before I get going, I really need to be able to practice my presentation with someone. Do you mind if I practice on you? And I say that to him, right? Do you mind? I have a new business that is expanding in your area. Would you do me a favor and take a look at it so that you can give me your opinion on, if it would be, if you think it would be successful in your area, if you think it would be successful, in your circle, if you think it would be successful, would you mind, if I shared it with you? Okay. Now the super indirect approach. Now, see, the business that I'm in, I know it's clearly isn't for you. What I just do? Somebody unmute your phone. The business that I'm in, it clearly isn't for you. What I just do? I immediately took it away. Exactly. No, or you can say it, this way, say, I just joined this business and this may or may not be for you. Or, you may or may not find any interest in it. But I wanted to ask, do you know, who do you know that's ambitious? See, again, I'm taking it away because I'm not, I'm asking them, who do they know? So that's outside of themselves, right? Because this may or may not be for them. But who who is ambitious, who's money motivated, who likes to help other people, right? Who do you know that's a pet professional? I mean, who would you know that would be excited, about the idea of adding more cash flow to their lives? Who do you know? See, right? Because hey, you're way too successful. You're way too busy. Who do you know? Right? You're taking it away. Now, who do you know? That has hit the wall with their business and might be looking for a way to diversify their income. These are people that are pretty much tired of what it is that they're doing. They're frustrated with their business, frustrated with their job. When you talk about them, they always constantly complain. Business. Oh, the pandemic hit me real hard. And I don't think that I'm going to ever be able to recover. Your ears are tuned to that kind of thing. So so who do you know? Who have they heard talk about that kind of thing, right? you know what, I'm working with this company, and this company is dynamic. This company is doing something that's never been done before, and it's expanding into this area. You know, and I'm looking for some people who are super sharp, you know, that might be interested in some additional cash flow. Oh, doesn't that sound? How does that sound? Does that? Oh, that just flows out. You know, I'm working with the company. You know, this company is super dynamic, doing something that's never been done before, right? And I'm working. You know, I'm looking for some sharp people. I'm looking for some sharp people that might be interested in some additional cash flow. Who do you know? Do you know anyone that might fit that description? Profiling. That's what we're doing. Profiling. If that makes sense, put a 5 in the chat. Now, if I were you, if I were you, is your secret weapon. So if you know you're superhero and you want something on your utility belt, right? You know, this is one of the things that you want to have on your utility belt. If I would you, right? As I said, it is a secret weapon. It's reciprocal. You're doing something. You know, they're doing something to get something in return. Okay, you know, it puts you in a place of power and control. Why? Because right now you have this thing. Now, if I did this for you, right? Anybody remember The Godfather? You know, make you an offer that you can't refuse. You know, and then when I make this offer, you take this offer. Then somewhere, sometime down the road, right? I'm going to ask for the favor. Okay, I'm not saying, you know, do it that way. You're not Godfather, Godmother, but you know, it puts you in a place of control and power. You have something of value because you really truly do. This opportunity is so valuable. You know, it truly is. And understand that. And, you know, behave and act like it. You know, have the posture that you have something of value because you do. And, you know, it's like when you have your business card, don't give a business card out and don't get something in return. Look at your each business card as a, you know, as a expensive diamond or, you know, this big block of gold or whatever. You don't want to just give that away, right? And you know you have value in yourself. You value what it is that you do. You have value in yourself, you know, and it works almost every time. Almost every time, if I were you, right? So, you know, if I sent you a short video, would you watch it? Right? Because we have some dynamic videos, right? Some short videos. If I sent you this short video, would you watch it? You know, if I gave you a link to an opportunity call, you know, would you log on to it? If I give you a link, right? You know, in fact, you know, we have this invitation only business presentation. We have this, you know, we have this invitation only, right? Invitation only business event, right? And I only have a few, you know, invitations. Now, you know, if I would give you this invitation, you know, to this invitation only business event is via Zoom, would you log on? Right. If I gave you a brochure, gave you a card, you know, what any kind of printed material, right? Would you read it? If I invited you to a special invitation only event, seminar, would you attend? Right. You know, these are, you know, when we get back out things that we used to do, when we used to do things out in the hotels and whatever, you know, we have these live business events. You know, if I invited you to this special event, would you attend? Would you show up? Remember, right? So you want to get the commitment. When do you think you'll watch the video? For sure. Right? When do you really think you'll watch that video? When will you watch that video for sure? Don't suggest the time. Let them pick, right? Because they're, you know, you want to get them nodding. You want to get them participating in the affirmative, right? You want them to commit to it, commit to the time that they set. You know, ask the question, then wait, and make it real. Make it a real, you know, opportunity for them, right? And so, you know, they've already said that they will watch it. Now they've said yes again because they've given you a what? They've committed to a time that they're going to watch it. They've committed to a time they're going to watch it. Right. So if they said yes, you know, they're okay, you know, they'll watch the video by Tuesday night, you know, then, you know, your response was, you know, should be. So, you know, so they said, I'm going to watch it Tuesday night. So if I called you on Wednesday morning, you would have seen it for sure. You would have watched it for sure. You would have viewed it by that time, correct? They will either say yes or they will adjust. They'll say, you know, oh my God, I forgot. I mean, I didn't. I know I said that I would, and I you know, I mean, boom. No, so that now, but if they say yes, they've said yes 3 times. They've agreed 3 times. They've confirmed 3 times. Right? Then you just want to ask the questions, right? get their answers. You made the appointment. Okay. You know, you've asked all these questions. You've got 3 confirmations. You confirmed it. You confirmed that they're going to watch it. They, you know, if you send it, if I were you, right, they're going to watch it. They're going to give you a time. They're going to watch it, right? And then they look. Now they confirm what? You contacted them, right? You following up. They confirm. You know, you've said I'm going to follow up. You've watched it. You know, by this time, you know what? And if I follow up with you, you would have watched it by then, right? 3 yeses. Now you want to do what? Bam, fam. Schedule the next exposure, right? Just ask, you know, what is the best number and time for me to call you, right? What is the best number, you know, and time for me to call? So they tell you what time is best for them, you know, well, you know, around 8 a.m., you know, what, you know, 9, whatever it is, you know, and then they gave, you know, give me what is the best number to call you, right? This is the number, you know, that, you know, 99.9% of the time you answer, okay? What is the best number to call you, the best time to call you? Now they said what? They've said, they've agreed, right? They've given you the nod 4 times because why? They've given you, you know, not only they said, okay, now that I'm, you know, you can follow up with them tomorrow because I've watched the video, but I'm, you know, doing what? I'm giving you a time to call me. And I'm giving you the what? The means, the number to call me, right? Now your numbers, you know, should go up. You know, these, you know, numbers are, you know, I just research some stuff, your confirmation, you confirming, you're inviting, you know, should increase, right? Now you set the appointment. All you did was ask questions. You've invited, you know, got the confirmations, you set the appointment. Now you do what? Hang up the phone. You hang up the phone. You hang up the phone. Okay. Has that been helpful to anybody?
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my God. This is amazing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
If you know what, if that's been helpful, you know, give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat. If that was helpful. If that's something that you can utilize, you know, 1 in the chat. Now you have a fuller understanding of how to invite. Okay, right? Is that good? You have a fuller, you know, better understanding of how to invite. Can we have access to this PowerPoint? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I'll get it on the drive. Okay. I'll get it on the drive. Super.
Mr.
So now,
Mr. Henderson,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This call is being recorded. Is it possible that we can put this on the YouTube channel as well? Do you think?
Now I have this question, right? You know, I am a millennial. Now, because I was the one who hit record, it goes to my drive, or go to the cloud. Okay, all right, super, awesome. Miss Frida's going. Oh, I recorded it. I don't know how to get it. All right, super, awesome. Okay, so this, you know, if this was a great call, if this was a call, it would come to your. It would come. It's gonna go. It's gonna come to Mr. Brown. Hey, it's gonna come to Mr. Brown's cloud. Super, awesome. Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna do this. If everybody, right, if this was a great call, you know, since this is recorded, you know, everybody unmute your phone, you know, and just, you know, look, if this was great information, you know, just give me an applause, okay? Unmute your phone.
Super great. You did awesome.
Great, super great, sir. Very great. Awesome.
Great job.
Great job.
Thank you.
Hashtag nugget.